Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a series that hasn't been on my channel for a while. Today we're going to be continuing on with the Project Cars 2 career mode Let's Play. So let's go ahead and get into it, and as you can see I've got two new messages, so let's just quickly read those. We have Aaron, congratulations, great win, and Aaron, nothing seemed for you to work out there today. We need to improve the car. Okay, so just based on my last races. So going into the next race, this is how the standings look, and the constructors. As you can see, I'm sitting in third place, which is not bad, but Alex Greenland has been absolutely owning this championship. And today you are joining us for round 3 at the Silverstone National Circuit. Let's get into it. I have higher hopes for this race. As you can see, I'm car number 14, and this is going to be the second half and just about the end of the Ginetta Juniors UK Championship. Starting from the bottom of the racing league and working our way up. And yes, it's been a while since we've done this series on the channel, so it's good to be back. And we're just heading straight into the race, I believe. It's a 10-minute race. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Ginetta Juniors UK Championship is about to get underway. And away we go. And already it's going to be off to a somewhat okay start for me. I'm going to be on the outside. 10th place as we head into the first turn. Already to the outside of, I believe that's 7th, I'm still alongside him, I believe. Okay, no, mine is behind me. I'm going to go up the inside of 7th now.
We're expecting
get that move done.
any minute now. We'll keep you posted.
Oh, we're expecting to go on to some wet conditions here, as we're now going down the back straight here at Silverstone. I'm in the draft of 6th place. Alex Greenland is currently leading the race, which is not to be unexpected, as that man has been on form so far this entire championship. As meanwhile, we have Aaron here battling to get past 6th place. He's going to now take it to the outside through the long sweeper corner of the carousel, I believe it's called. We're now coming back onto the front straight. Be right behind the Ginetta here of Tom Frischken. Sorry, I had to stop and check there. Anyway, we're coming into the corner. Oh, I've run a bit wide. It's not a good thing. It's going to allow 7th of Gar to get right behind me again. So yeah, Frischkorn has now gone away from me a bit. Oh, and I'm locking up again. Should probably be focusing on this race a bit more than I am. So, unlike other conventional circuit lap races, where it's a set amount of laps you have to do, this is a time race, so it's 10 minutes, and we have 10 minutes to cover as many laps as possible while racing. So this is a timed circuit race. Anyway, here we go. I'm getting right on the back of Frischkorn again, up the inside. Gonna get that move nicely done. So now next up we've got Kerr, who's in the number 54 car. And it looks like he's gonna try block us to the inside, so we're gonna see if we can find a way around the outside. Can't get that done. Trying to drag him down the straight, or as the wipers have been engaged, which means that we are onto wet weather, unfortunately. So conditions are going to become a lot worse. Yep, there's the rain. It is falling in a heavy amount. This is the first wet weather race we have to deal with, and Frischkorn has gone past me after I understeered in that corner. Not been too bad of a race so far, but not been that great either. So I'm now struggling in these conditions as it is properly starting to get wet now on this track. it's going to be finding the dry line that's going to help you get around the circuit. Not too bad yet, it's only a light rain as we're going to get right behind Frischkorn again and overtake him into the carousel. That puts us up in the 5th. So I'm on the grass now. Apparently that was a legal overtake, so I got to let him back pass again, which I have done. Some good racing going on, however, I just cannot seem to get a break here. As you can see now, the track is getting absolutely wet here. And it's going to be less about speed now and more about not crashing. As this track is absolutely wet, have a look at the conditions. Not 1 ounce of the track that isn't covered in water now. As we're now going to lodge it up the inside of Frischkorn once again. The person we've been battling for most of this race. And this time we're going to make the move stick. We go back down the straight now. We've got Kerr in the number 54 car. Going to go to his inside, and we're going to get that move going. And we've managed to get past him now, so that puts us up in the 4th. Next up we've got Pei, who I've just given a little send up the arsehole there. I mean, the rear end, rather. So we're going to his outside, we're going to get past him. We've got the number 10 car. Apparently I'm getting a warning for an illegal overtake now from race control. Just partially annoying, and I'm going to probably choose to ignore that and just keep going. So we're now past Tor, and that puts us behind the race leader, Alex Greenland, who's in the number 38, Ginetta. Oh, and I've gotten a drive-through penalty now. That is absolutely not what I wanted to get in this race. But that's what I've gotten. They've given me a drive-through penalty, which I have to serve this lap. That is very unfortunate, as I've just gone past the race leader, Alex Greenland, for the lead. Unfortunately, I'm not going to stay there, because now I have to come into the pit lane. And that's pretty much going to probably see the end of my race. As you can see, these cars are Ginetta's, which I believe is a UK company that makes these cars. And it's a 5-speed manual gearbox. They produce about, getting a slide on there. They produce about 100 to 200 horsepower. These are the starter ones. These are the GT5 cars, which most racing people start out in and then move up into GT4 and then eventually GT3. As now I'm coming into the pits, because I have no option, as I have to serve a drive-through penalty for not letting 4th place back past. So unfortunately, that's going to see my race gone. And I'm probably going to be struggling to gain any points out of this race. It's a very unfortunate thing that I have to deal with, but if you're not prepared to hand back 4th place, then I guess this is what you've got to face. Unfortunately. So yep, I'm driving straight through the pit lane, and that's going to put me right back into last. As I come out now, I'm going to have to go the long way here. So back onto the track now. However, I've only got 2.5 minutes to go, so it looks like I'm probably not going to win this race. And that means that Alex Greenland is going to edge further and further away from me in this championship, which takes away my hopes of getting the championship crown. And hopefully we can catch up and salvage at least something out of this. Oh my gosh, it's getting very dangerous there. Like I said, these slippery conditions are really not making things easy now, as now
2 minutes remaining.
Trying to let the driver pass. I've let him pass now. And I'm going to immediately get past him again, this time safely. Put myself into 11th, so I'm no longer last. However, I've not got a lot of time to catch up to the next drivers. It looks like this could be our final lap based on the fact we have 1:30 to go. And And this track is absolutely soaking now. I'm struggling for just the bare amount of grip here. Can't see it on the video probably, but I'm genuinely in a world of struggle here. As we now come into Maggots and Beckett's, one of probably the most famous corners on this circuit. Got a minute left, as I'm now gonna get it down 10th place. I'm gonna have an absolutely excellent run here. That's 9th and 8th. But I'm off the line, and as you can see, I'm wheel spinning absolutely everywhere. Oh, I'm now off in the grass. That is not good at all. Managed to recover. However, I've lost 2 positions as a result of that incident. Goes to show that these conditions are really having an effect on the driving capabilities. So I'm now going to do my best to try and lob it down the inside of 9th place. Oh no, I'm off on the grass. This is a big one. Oh. 11th has gone up my inside, and that looks like it's going to be the end of the race. This is the final lap, by the looks of things. Yep, this is the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to try and push here if I'm to gain anything out of this, but the wheel spin is absurd in these conditions. Hard to lay any sort of momentum down as you're just wheel spinning. It's just straight wheel spin in these conditions. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm struggling. I'm off on the grass. Here I go again, and I'm spinning. That's it. That's my chances gone. Nothing I can do. It's going to be a disappointing, very disappointing race. As I'm struggling for grip here. I've almost put it into the wall. I'm genuinely not faking this for the sake of views, people. I'm actually struggling in these conditions. Alex Greenland is going to be your race winner. Unfortunately, this is going to be a race to forget for me. An absolute shocker. Oh, as I'm now spinning. Oh, and into the wall. I've actually gone into the wall. Luckily, it hasn't had an effect on my car. That was a substantial hit. So I'm going to cross the line now and finish in last. What an absolute dismal race. Alex Greenland takes the win from Rodney Toya, and Daniel Payne rounds out your podium. My teammate Aiden Taylor will finish in 7th. I do get the fastest lap, however, so that gives me 1 point. But, however, that's all I'm going to get out of that today. It's an absolute dismal performance. And that's going to see me drop all the way down into 6th in the championship now. I guess we're just going to have to move on to the next round and try and get back the unfortunate loss there. As now we're going to move straight on into the next race. Now we're at Donington Park National Circuit. Round number 4 or 5 of this championship. It's been a bit of an up and down championship so far. First race didn't go according to plan, and the second race I did win. And you've just seen the last race, and that went absolutely horribly wrong. Hopefully today at Donington we can right the wrongs of that last race. As I'm going to be starting off the rear of the grid here. This is round 4 of the Ginetta UK Championship, and we get underway. This is going to be already a better start than last race, as I'm going to send it right up the middle, and look at the start that I have had. Straight up into 7th position as we go into turn 1. I'm going to lob it up the inside now, and that puts me in the 7th still, because I've been overtaken on the inside. Doing my best here as we go round the outside now. I'm on the grass. Oh, and that's not good. I'm going sailing straight through the grass, ladies and gentlemen, after contact with with 6th place there. Oh, and now I'm off the grass again, and it's just not been a good start, has it?
Nope.
That is a very unfortunate start to this race. Now I'm even getting warnings from race control. It's just all going wrong. I'm gonna need an incredible amount of luck today if I'm to get back in this race. My teammate is up next, Aiden Taylor, in the Team FIVO Racing, the other car. We now come onto the back straight now. I've managed to safely secure 11th. We're going to come into the chicane now and complete a lap of the circuit. It's not been a great start to the race. This is not how I wanted it. I was battling for 6 and it's just not gone my way, really, has it? It's the way things go, but anyway, here we go. I've gotten a good run off of the first corner now. I'm right behind my teammate Aiden Taylor, who's immediately going to block me. So I'm going to try push to the outside. I don't want to let it go too much. I've sort of almost forced him off the track there, as now I'm off and in the gravel trap again. Man, where is my driving skills going tonight? Like, actually, can I handle a fucking racing car? This is unbelievable driving scenes. Like actually, I'm beginning to ask the question of, can I actually handle this car? This has only got 200 horsepower, for Christ's sake. Must be just the fact, ladies and gentlemen, that I haven't played Project Cars in such a long time that I'm trying to get back in sync with this game. Because, believe it or not, this game is a lot different to driving your conventional Forza or GTA games. This game has a way different mechanic. You're actually dealing with proper racing physics here. This isn't the best simulator. I'd probably give that to Assetto Corsa or some game like that. But this is certainly, in terms of giving you a realistic feel, this game is definitely out there as one of the best. But anyway, back to the race side of things. My teammate has been passed and is now second last, so this has really not been a good race for our team. As meanwhile, Alex Greenland continues to absolutely dominate this championship. As meanwhile, I'm struggling to even remain in a contention. Fucking 11th.
Brilliant first sector. That's your best so far.
My PB of the first sector shows you how hard I'm pushing. Try and catch back up to the pack here.
Just at your own personal best fastest lap. Keep it up. 5 minutes remaining.
Doing my best to try and catch up here. Push the gap back to 2.4 seconds now to next driver. Again, like I said though, I've still got a lot of work to do in this race, because this is not the ending you want to see to a championship campaign. Guess I'm sort of the hard luck story of this championship. Had 1 race win in 3 races. Alex Greenland, I believe, has won all the rest of them in the championship, proving his complete dominance.
Nice one. That's the best second sector of anyone today.
I'm pushing this car to the ragged edge to try and catch up. But it's not a question of how hard I can push this car, it's a question of, can I catch up to the next runners on the track? Which it looks like I'm starting to do now. As we come through the final chicane, it may not be all doom and gloom here, as I'm starting to get an opportunity here to get on the back of my teammate again. Start getting back in this race and actually challenge for positions. Here we go, I've caught him back up to the pack now.
Pile on the pressure. This is great stuff. You're going to do him in the next few laps.
Here we go, I'm in the draft of the 11th. I have a chance on him here as we go into the corner. Had a wee bit of a moment there coming across the curb. I managed to overtake my teammate, and that's put me into 11th.
That's the fastest lap of the race. Good job. 2 minutes remaining.
Doing my best to try and get around these drivers. So I'm now going to have a run on 10th here. He's going to really force me to the outer edge.
Good job. We're now in the top 10. Keep on it. Keep pushing it.
This is one of those.
That's your fastest first sector time.
This is one of those fight back races. 9th is really slow coming out of the corner, and I'm going to go ahead and grab him there.
Good hustle. That's the best second sector of anyone today. 1 minute to go.
I've now got a great run on 8th place here. Coming down the back straight. That's going to allow me to get past him.
Just 1 more lap to go. Come on, keep on it.
I've given it a tap to let him know I'm there. Now pushing on the inside of the 31 as we come down the hill. Oh, the driver's giving me a nudge off. And I've gone spinning. Oh, I've been collided into. That was a big collision I've had with 8th place. That driver did simply not want to give up the position. And because of that, he's punted me off and gone sailing. And I've gone sailing into the gravel trap there. Now back to 8th, but again, it's just been a disappointing race. Somewhere at the end I could start finding my form, and by then it's already too late. Alex Greenland takes another race win. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to settle for 8th here. It's an okay haul of points, but nothing to really be proud about. Anyway, here we go. To cross the line. 8th place. I'm going to get the 1 bonus point as well. But yeah, 7th, that's put me down to 7th now, so I've dropped another spot in the championship, and our team is now 2nd last on the leaderboard. It's really not been a great amount of luck, but we're going to go ahead and get through this and do one final race to end off the championship now. The final race to end it all. We have a message. I've been invited to a event, but I'm going to go ahead and ignore that. And we're going to head into the last race, the Snetterton 200, to round out the Ginetta Juniors UK Championship. Can I end the championship on a high, or will I just have to face another debilitating low?
Keep an eye on the light.
But anyway, here we go.
Wheel spin, and let's nail this start.
He's alongside his teammate at the rear, and we're away and racing in the final race of the Ginetta Juniors UK Championship, and it's going to be a magnificent start for Aaron Wolf in the Ginetta, as he's going to already lob it straight into 6th position, just like that. 6 positions in one straight. An absolutely brilliant start as they come into the hairpin now. Looks like Alex Greenland for the first time is not starting in the lead of this race. He's got some work to do as they're free wide going down the straight now. As here comes Aaron Wolf, showing his immense capabilities. Oh no, he's gone off the track now. And he's going to go over the curb. Oh, and that's a massive hit. And he's rolled it.
Alex Peroni, oh my goodness me.
He has rolled it. And again, the debilitating lows continue to hit for him. Having to use the reset button there, as there was no way I was going to get that car returned over otherwise. And this shows the absolutely terrible end to this championship that he's going to have. He's now 6 seconds behind his teammate, and it looks like all chances that he had of being in contention in this race are gone. They're just gone. This shows that I really do not know this track, and you'd be correct on that statement. I really don't. This is the first time I've driven this track ever on a Project Cars 2 game, so... trying to get to grips with it. Again, I've missed the final corner, so that's going to cost me even more time in my catch-up. This race is looking pretty hopeless for me. Meanwhile, Alex Greenland, he hasn't had the best race either so far, as he's currently in third, barely on the podium this race. As meanwhile, Payne is currently leading this race at the moment from Frischkorn and then Greenland to round out your top three. Meanwhile, I'm battling to try and catch back up to the field, as I am a whopping however many seconds behind at this point. About 8 seconds-ish. I'm still 8 seconds behind. Now I've had to miss the corner. I'm not gonna bother listening to that shit. I ain't slowing down at all, you can fuck yourself. That far behind at this point, it's just gonna be nice just to catch up.
5 minutes remaining.
This time I've managed to get through that corner safely. Wasn't the cleanest, and I took the most shallow line, which wasn't the fastest either, but I've managed to stick on the track, which is what matters.
Good lap. That's your fastest lap so far today.
There you go. Once I managed to stay on the track, that's the fastest lap I set today, or in this race rather. The drivers are starting to come back into view, but however, I have simply... Again, I'm going to have to miss that corner. Not something I really wanted to do there, but I was left with no choice. That message is not going away, which probably let you know the cold hard fact. Yep, there it goes. 2 seconds for exceeding track limits.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I've already now got 2 seconds to add to the end of my race. It just, like, my luck in this championship has just gone from bad to worse to why am I racing at this point. Because now even if I get in front of these drivers, I have to put 2 seconds on them to even be in contention of fucking actually scoring the points from them. I've reduced the gap to about 3 seconds, but again, I'm not sure what advantage it's going to have.
2 minutes remaining.
Sorry if I'm not talking as much, I'm just trying to concentrate on sticking back in this race at the moment. As you can see, I have caught up, but I just don't know whether I'm gonna have any ability to fucking salvage any points out of this race.
Nice one. That's your fastest lap so far.
I'm gonna get the fastest lap, I think. So that's a positive. About the only positive I can take from this race. So I'm probably gonna be towards the back now in the championship, based on these finishings.
Great start. Best first sector time so far. 1 minute remaining.
Looks like I may get 2 laps at most here. Greenland hasn't had the best race, as he's been podium for all of it, but at least he's had a race, unlike myself, who's only now a bit of a tail slide coming out of that corner, catching up to the field at last. You do have to remember what I said, I have to put 2 seconds on these drivers in order to actually be physically faster. So I'm now going to be in the draft of my teammate, who's again not had the greatest of races.
New fastest lap of the race. Good job. This is your last lap. Go for the overtake. Come on, go for it.
My teammate's not going to bother
We're
meddling
only
with
running just
me.
outside the top 10. No guns, no glory. Come on, catch him up.
Looks like 8th might be the best I can get, and it looks like based on my 2-second time penalty, but I'm not gonna have enough here to hold them off, so I don't know where I'm finishing. 9th. That's not bad. I'll take a 9th. 9th turned out the championship. There you go. I will get the fastest lap, but it looks like Alex Greenland, yep, has taken the championship. There you go. Alex Greenland will take the championship from Rodney Talia, Daniel Payne, Tom Frischkorn, Sonny Curtis, Tom Young. I will finish in 7th. Unfortunate end to the championship for me. Just 2 points behind Tom Garton. It's Alfie Perv, Dennis Pullman, Mikros Levbetterman, Jonathan Leclerc, and my teammate Aiden Taylor. Teams: Dexburn Motorsport, comprehensive win from Van Racing Team, Bowers Racing Team, F.IVO Racing, and OWL Security Racing. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That rounds it out. Unfortunately, it's 7th, so we are unsuccessful here. Moving on in the championship, which is an unfortunate thing. Just didn't have any luck in that. So it looks like we're gonna have to go back to it again. So I'm gonna continue racing for Team F. Okay. And there you go. So we've got a lot of work to do again in the next episode, as we're gonna have to restart from the beginning. But hopefully this time we can make something out of it. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.
Ethan likes Father Christmas cause he missed his. Snow ain't the type of white on Harry's wish list. Vic doesn't even really celebrate Christmas.